Hey guys, welcome to Chase After the Right Price. This right here is a very small part of a $7,000 collection that I'm going to purchase in this video. So let's do it. So, part one was the stuff that he shipped me. He's from Texas, and he's making the 16-hour drive for the rest of the collection to come to Michigan, see the Great Lakes, do the whole thing. But he shipped me 3 boxes this size, 40-pounders each. We unboxed them, got them nice and laid out so you guys can kind of see everything as I talk about how everything happened. But yeah, just an insane amount of games. And this is just a small little bit of what is going to be in this collection. The way that we worked it out, he reached out to me, I believe on Facebook, and just said, hey, I've got a collection, interested in selling it. And as some of you guys may know, this is my 14th or 15th collection purchase of over $1,000 from a YouTube viewer. So this is something that I love doing, something that I want to keep doing. So if you're interested, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, preferably Facebook or Instagram, so we can continue the conversation. But the way that we work out pricing, in this case and in most cases, is he added it all up in price charting, so pricecharting.com, and then anything under $10, kick out of there, don't include, but anything 10 and above, take 13% off the top to factor in for fees and shipping, and then cut that in half, 50% of that. So basically I'm paying 50% of the actual value of the games, of what I'm gonna walk out with. And as far as I've heard, that's a great rate compared to what game stores pay and that type of thing. So I try to be as fair as possible, because as you guys might imagine, processing a collection of this size and beyond is quite a lot of work. So,
excuse me.
His brother Dave drops all the stuff. So that's why I pay that rate. But yeah, there's some pretty nice pieces in here. Everything pretty much is $10 or more in price charting value. Some of my favorite pieces are these new Wii accessories, including the Mario Wii remote. That's pretty awesome. Another question I get a lot is, how do you go about processing something like this? So the first step is making sure all the discs are in good condition. If they need resurfacing, I'll put them through my disc machine, get them resurfaced, get them good, and then if anything needs testing, we'll test it. After that, you got to kind of go through and decide which items are going to go on Amazon and be sent off to Amazon FBA, and then which are going to be listed on eBay. So in this case, pretty much all of the somewhat popular games of any system are going to go to Amazon, because they're going to have a decent rank and they probably will actually sell. But things that are more collectible in nature or kind of obscure, like for example Conquest of the World and the Quest for the Rings, those are definitely going to be eBay. This Dreamcast controller in the box would be eBay because it's collectible quality condition. A lot of these GBA games in the box are going to be eBay. But then there's a lot of sealed stuff, which almost always does better on Amazon. So that'll all be Amazon there pretty much. So anything popular, anything that's going to sell with a rank of preferably 30,000 or less in video games is going to go over to Amazon. And then anything that is in collectible quality or it's just kind of obscure will be on eBay. But I always prefer Amazon because it's less work to send stuff off to Amazon FBA. And sometimes you can get more on Amazon versus eBay. Even though fees and returns are a little higher, it usually nets out to be a little more anyways. And it's less work, so I like that. And yeah, this is going to be quite a lot of work, but I'm excited to do it. Forgot to mention, we also got all this stuff included as well. We just kind of put it off to the side, but the guides he just threw in. And there's some pretty nice ones in there. and then controllers and cords. So at this point, me and Brother Dave are going to start processing, getting everything in bins that make sense, that are labeled. So all the Wii cords and accessories will go in a Wii bin, so that when we get to testing, everything's in one place for Wii systems. A new system that we've kind of created as we have the new business location. We're trying to get things in place, but we're still setting up. This is the first pickup video we've ever done in here, so this is exciting. And stuff like this is going to be more possible, even more possible, with all this space and systems in place to get it going, get it sold. So now let's roll into part 2 of buying this collection, which will include a complete amiibo collection. Let's do it. All right, so the tables are empty and we are ready to receive a giant collection. So he made the drive all the way from Texas, and it is, I think it's like 7,260, somewhere around there. A lot of stuff. So we went through, cleared out all the tables, and we're just gonna be ready to bring everything down, and then we'll go through the entire purchase with you guys after we get it. But the next clip you're gonna see is probably unloading the stuff from their vehicle. So I'm excited to meet them and bring you guys along with us. So let's do it. All right, so the purchase has been done. $7,260.
Yeah. 6 years of collecting. Well, 50% of the 6 years of collecting, the other half is gone.
Yep.
Chase got the rest.
Yep.
He's a good guy. He deserves it. Hopefully he'll make a lot of money and keep growing and getting stronger. And a good family guy.
Yeah, man.
For all the gamers out there, make a family.
That's right.
Get a wife.
So how was the journey?
It was great. We made it into a vacation, so
okay.
It wasn't just like, hey, we're just coming here like zombies and delivering. We made it into a vacation, brought my wife and kid.
Yep.
Safe and sound so far. Just got to get back home.
Dude,
no complaints. No complaints.
Well, I gotta say I greatly appreciate it, and
yeah,
it's gonna be fun selling all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy. That's why I reached out to you, and
yeah,
I wanted to go to someone that I know benefit from it.
Sure.
Not just anyone. I'm not just about the money.
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
All right, so it is done. The deal is made, and this is part 2 of all the games, because he sent part 1 in all those 40-50 pound boxes, 3 of them, so a bunch of the games already came before he even made the drive, but his car was packed. He even had all those boxes in that tower broken down in his vehicle, so we had to put those back together. But yeah, this is a lot of stuff. This portion of the collection I spent $5,260 on, which is basically it's 13% off to factor in for fees, and then half of that for price charting value. So every game here, except for maybe a couple, is worth 10 or more in price charting, because I just eliminated all the games that are under 10. Because if you're shipping something that's $10 free shipping, you're walking out with very little after fees and the shipping costs. So I don't like getting games like that. But yeah, the average value per game is probably somewhere in the $15 range. Lots of stuff, but I'm happy about it. He was a super cool guy, and it was awesome to make that connection. And there's also a good bit of systems, which systems I always love getting. There's 4 GameCubes, there's 3 PS2s, there's Dreamcast, there's 360s, not to mention all those N64 games, and then a bunch of Wii's, like 6 of them, 3 Wii U's, N64, a Wii Mini, all of these games. The Guitar Hero Aerosmith was a throw-in. Just a crazy, crazy amount of stuff. Everything seems to be in great shape. Still got to go through it all, test it all. But definitely excited to do that. And yeah, this was quite the endeavor. I still can't believe that he made the drive from Texas to make it happen. But yeah, we're going to have part 2 of this collection purchase, which you can get a little sneak peek right there. And that's not even all of it. So stay tuned for that, coming out probably a few days from now. It's just a lot to put it all in one, so we're going to do that in a whole separate video.
And what is that?
That is a complete Amiibo collection. The US first editions, every single one of them, including the weird ones. All of them. So that is insane. So stay tuned for that one. You'll figure out everything that was included and the amount that I paid for that stuff later. But for this stuff, $5,260, which is around 40% of price charting value. So me and Brother Dave, that's his nickname, have some work to do. Thank you guys for watching Chase After the Right Price. I truly appreciate it. It's a lot of fun making these videos, and I love that you guys come along for the ride. Hopefully, you learned something and got some value out of it. If you did, if you could take a second and go ahead and hit that like button right below, that really helps the channel. It helps in YouTube metrics and helps people like you to see these videos. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell. Go ahead and do that. Then you can join us and get notified every time a video comes out. And we'd love to have you along for the ride. So we'll see you next time.